From the Center for Agricultural Profitability at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, this is Nebraska Farmcast. I'm Ryan Evans. As commodity markets evolve from spring to fall, average daily prices tend to fall as harvest gets closer. Pre-harvest hedging, or selling a portion of the crop before it's harvested, can help capture the higher future prices earlier, but often comes with risk. Cory Walters, associate professor and grain marketing economist with the Center for Ag Profitability, recently published an article in the UNL Ag Econ department's Cornhusker Economics series on the implication of historical corn price evolution on pre-harvest hedging. He's here with me now to discuss more about how producers can use this information to inform their own marketing plans. Hi, Cory.
Hi, Ryan.
Thanks for joining me again. First, just what is the general seasonal tendency for commodity prices when you look at the historical information?
Yeah, historically, those prices are higher in the spring than they are in the fall, and what that means is if you jump into a commodity marketing strategy, you then need to repeat that over multiple years to see that return. This isn't something you just get into in 1 year. You forward contract something, say in the spring, and then you come to the fall and you say you evaluate whether it worked or didn't work. No, this case we're talking about if you would have taken this same strategy over, say, 25 years, you would see a positive return to that.
And can you talk a little bit more about how pre-harvest hedging works?
Yeah, it's straightforward. Essentially, in the spring, you go and engage in a contract with, let's say, a grain elevator that you'll deliver crop to them this fall at that spring price.
So if commodity prices are typically lower in the fall compared to the springtime, why not just forward contract a sizable portion of the crop every year?
The financial cost of buyback is the problem, and that's where you contract more than you produce. So you want to step into this with a small percent, so you can minimize the chance of those buybacks. And that can also be very very emotionally challenging, and there's usually fees with that. So it takes away from your profits when you engage in that.
And are there other risk factors involved with pre-harvest hedging that have been detrimental to some producers?
Yeah, I mean, take this year, for example, we have a situation where the fall price is higher than the spring price. You throw some drought in there with that, so then you have fewer bushels. So in the single shot year, you look at it and you go, wow, that didn't work out very well. How you really have to view that is what's that going to do over time. So what we found was in past experience, there's been a lot of gains to pre-harvest hedging, and then this year would take away from that. But even after taking away from that, there's still gains from pre-harvest hedging.
So do you have advice about how producers can most effectively create a marketing plan for a new season, and then what they should watch for as the season progresses?
Yeah, a couple points. One is don't treat marketing as a single shot game where in any given year you either win or lose. Take a bigger picture to it and engage in a strategy that the chances of gains are higher throughout time. So bring time into that, where you would take the strategy, whatever it is, let's say it's some pre-harvest marketing, and you would do that for, let's say, the next 3 decades. Now with that, the past experience is not indicative of the future experience, but with that, we do have evidence that it has worked. That doesn't mean that you should jump out and just start pre-harvest hedging and think you're going to have gains. There could be a couple of years here where you'll have some losses, but you have to remember also that in that you're only forward contracting a small portion of your crop. You're not going to go real heavy on that, so that leaves you some crop then to sell at harvest. So that then helps your average price for the farm.
That's Cory Walters, Associate Professor in the Department of Agricultural Economics and with the Center for Ag Profitability here at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. And if you want to find out more about what we've been discussing on this episode, do check out his article that was part of the Cornhusker Economics series. We've got it on our website right now at cap.unl.edu. Cory, thanks for the time.
Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate it.
Nebraska Farmcast is a production of the Center for Agricultural Profitability at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. For the latest research-based information and education resources to manage your farm or ranch operation, visit our website at cap.unl.edu. That's cap.unl.edu.